Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
For tank and tankless hot water heaters, for clogged drains, for leaky faucets, for toilets that won't flush. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is your trusted source to solve all your plumbing needs. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week, and this week, it's the Replicators.
There's a fire of serenity. Can you feel the heat? Hey, you, start thinking about you. Take my hand, I follow you anywhere. Space is dark and far, but I don't mind. We can search it at the same time.
It's our loud and local band of the week, the Replicators. You want to find out how to get their music? Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Hey, maybe you want to check them out this weekend. They're playing tomorrow night at the Kraken Bar and Lounge over in that's the U District area, I believe. Yeah, so check out the Replicators. It's a big vinyl release show for them.
And if you're loving local music, you're going to love Loud and Local. Sunday nights at 8 o'clock right here on The Rock. 2 hours of great Pacific Northwest music. Bands like the Replicators.
Let's play B Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for Beat Migs, and we've made it. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Hey, look, Danny's jumping. He is.
Whoa! Yeah! He did a big jump there. I'm ready.
I can tell. Ready for the weekend.
Yeah! Go Sounders.
Oh, well, the Sounders are playing?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Who do they play?
Yeah.
LA Galaxy.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it's
through
a
the Galaxy.
So it's a
Yeah.
quote unquote real game.
It's a real
It's
game.
an MLS game. They're all real games, but some are more real than others. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Rachel in Tacoma. Rachel, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Rachel will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Rachel, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who has hosted America's Got Talent and who wants to be a millionaire?
Tap.
Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Peach State?
Georgia.
Yes. Anna Faris plays Cindy Campbell in what horror movie spoof?
Stabbed.
No.
Scream.
No.
Pass.
E.B. White wrote a book about a spider named what?
Charlotte.
Yes. Which band released the tracks Monkey Wrench and Learn to Fly?
Oh, man. Pass.
What tissues connect the muscles to the bones?
Tendons.
Yes. The sitcom Seinfeld is set in what city?
New York.
Yes. How many teeth does the typical adult human have?
How many what?
Teeth.
32.
Yes. Elvis Presley was born in what decade?
The 30s.
Yes. What planet is closest to the sun?
Saturn.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
Oh.
If Saturn is the closest to the sun, we have a real problem.
I couldn't think.
It's okay. It happens sometimes. I'm just saying that, if that's a problem, we're not playing Beat Migs anymore.
Yeah.
Steve, you're back.
Yes, I am.
Welcome back.
I'd like to give a shout out before we start the game.
Nice.
We got a text message from Ben in Gig Harbor. He says, Steve, it's my twins Lucas and Lily's 10th birthday today. They would love a shout out from you during Beat Migs today. We listen every morning.
Nice.
Lucas
Happy
and Lily.
birthday.
Double digits, baby.
Yeah. Nice.
Give it a shout.
I hope Dad's getting you guys ice cream today.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And bicycles.
Yes.
And Build-A-Bear. And a drum kit.
And a new car.
A new car.
Sorry,
Be a
Ben.
busy day for you, Ben. Sorry, man.
Sounds like I'm never texting those guys again.
Yeah, this did not go well.
Lucas and Lily, you rock. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Your dad's cool.
Totally cool.
Are you ready? He's getting you all that stuff. Of course he's cool.
Yes. Who has hosted America's Got Talent and who wants to be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire? Regis Philbin.
Yes. Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Peach State?
Georgia.
Yes. Anna Faris plays Cindy Campbell in what horror movie spoof?
Crap. Scary movie.
Yes.
I was going to say I know what you did last summer, but it's not that.
That's not one. E.B. White wrote a book about a spider named what?
Charlotte.
Yes.
BJ cried seeing it.
Yep. Which band released the tracks Monkey Wrench and Learn to Fly?
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters.
What tissues connect the muscles to the bones?
Bone connected to the tendon.
Yeah. The sitcom Seinfeld is set in what city?
New York City.
Yes. How many teeth does the typical adult human have?
Oh, 32.
Yes. Elvis Presley was born in what decade?
40s?
No.
30s.
Yes. What planet is closest to the sun?
That'd be Venus.
No.
Uranus, Rev.
No.
Jupiter?
No. Wow, really?
Okay.
Steve.
What?
In spite of that, congratulations. No. You win 6-9.
Nice.
Sorry, Rachel.
Well, Steve, you could have thrown it. Monday was my birthday.
Well, we did know, but happy birthday.
Happy belated
Birthday, Rachel.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
hope Ben in Gig Harbor gets you a new car as well.
Exactly. And a drum set.
Or ice cream.
Yes, ice cream at least.
How cool is that? Ben's amazing, getting everybody stuff for their birthday.
He's a true giver.
He really is.
Oh, there you go.
Six to 9.
Yep.
It's glorious.
I feel like he did that on purpose, except I'm pretty sure you don't know which planet is still closest to the sun.
I'm just going to say planets until I get it right. Saturn?
No, which is the one she guessed as well.
Yeah.
Which is like when you came in, I was saying there's going to be a problem if Saturn's closest to the sun because there's a bunch of planets that are already inside the sun at that point.
You guys are a bunch of
you.
planet gatekeepers.
Yes,
we are.
Yes, I am.
It's just like useless information because, I mean, Rachel's in my demographic and she didn't know. And that was something we were just taught all
Why
the
do
time.
I need to
early
know?
school.
At no point is
Exactly.
someone going to be like, Steve, can you go get me this thing? I'm like, where is it? It's right next to the closest planet to the sun.
That would be Mercury, by the way.
Okay, that. Okay.
Well, it would have gotten you a perfect 10.
That's a good point, but I like having 6 to 9 over 6
I know.
to 10.
Yeah, I know you do. Well, congratulations on that win.
Good job.
One day I'll get these planets, I tell you.
No, you won't. No.
Well, I know
unless-
Earth. I got Earth being the third from the sun.
Well, third rock from the sun is if not for that show, I'm not sure you would know.
You're absolutely right.
Well, when do you usually do a solar system for your kids' like school projects?
I'm so
And
screwed
maybe
when that happens.
Yeah, you're done. They're gonna be like, why is Jupiter the closest planet to the sun?
You guys joke. I've legit thought I might want to like reach out to like a tutor.
Yeah.
For me. So that way when the time comes, like for math and like random like stuff that actually your parent should know, I'm not like a complete moron.
I'd make fun of you, but I've been considering doing some college classes just to get ready for when my little brother hits kindergarten.
Because, dude, when the time comes when she's just like, hey, Dad, can you show me how does long division work? I'm just going to be like, call my dad.
Steve, do not feel so bad because they just polled a bunch of parents and found out 40% of them have, really, they just half of them can't understand their kids' homework, basically, is what's going on. That's what they found out with this poll.
Yeah.
40% of them say they've actually done their kids' homework. I'm hoping by the time Tatum is old enough to go to school, and same thing for you, Danny, that realize what all of us have realized, that homework is the most useless thing ever, and they need to stop giving kids homework. It's useless.
Well, right now she's in second grade, Lily, and she so far has not brought home any math homework. It's mostly been just reading, which I can do that. But if you, and I've said like a million times, like, go ask your mom. If there's math, don't ask me.
If it's 2 plus 2, I got you.
Well, and you don't even need that. I mean, we have smartphones that have, the calculators on there. It is the laziest form of teaching, and I think it's the biggest thing that's got to be reformed in public school systems, is that we do not need to give kids homework. Their lives are so busy. They got all sorts of stuff going on. Parents' lives are busy. The most stress I ever had was trying to help my kids with their homework. It was horrible.
Tatum and I need to watch Kraken games. We don't need to worry about fractions.
Yeah, exactly. What do you need to do? Plus, you'll know, how many goals? That's your math right there. How many goals do we need for this damn team to finally get back in this game?
I would say you could just teach your stats. I don't get those either, but, you could try.
It's funny you say that. That was the only subject, only type of math that I excelled at because of baseball.
See?
I was obsessed with stats. And I remember in college, I took a stats class, and that was the only time in math that I was like above a barely passing grade. Like I was hitting like 90s and stuff.
What are you saying? Are you saying that if somehow they can teach you based on your interest, you'll actually learn stuff?
Yeah.
No. Get out of here, Steve.
Oh, someone says, though, YouTube is your friend for refreshing your math skills. Yeah. I should start doing that now. But that's going to cut into my wrestling.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And go ask mom is the best way to do it, especially when you're divorced.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
There's a pro tip. There's a life hack for you.
Your mom said she'd help you with that.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
Let's watch a show together.
That's what custody will get you. Now go talk to your mother.
Divorce never sounded like a good idea until right now, Danny. Way to sell it.
Yeah. Steve, you got time to work on that.
Ever again.
You got a couple years to work on that, too, Steve.
No, you know what? I'll avoid the middleman. Like, instead of me going to YouTube to figure it out, I'll just have Tatum go to YouTube and figure it out.
There you go. There you go. We've solved it all. Hey, Pat Sajak just told a contestant on Wheel of Fortune that his story about himself was, quote, the most pointless story ever told.
Yes.
What was this story? Oh, you're going to hear it at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Some Wheel of Fortune viewers not happy with host Pat Sajak.
And I'm now becoming Pat Sajak's biggest fan.
Dude, yeah.
I like salty Pat Sajak.
Yeah, you got to check out this video on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Pat Sajak called one of the contestants' intro, their intro, the most pointless story ever told during an episode earlier this week.
Why am I mentioning this? But it's on your card. You had your big toe chopped off. Why are you telling this?
Yeah, it's important to know that when I was 12 years old, I was riding a 10-speed bike with flip-flops, and I fell and completely cut off the top of my toe. And the next car that came by were two paramedics that were on their way to their job. And they said, it's just a laceration, but I didn't know what that was, so it freaked me out even more. And my toe is reattached, and I just want to say thank you to them 30 years later. Thank you.
That may have been the most pointless story ever told.
I have to agree with Pat on that.
I was like, say, that's really, a BJ moment, 100%.
Oh, yeah. I'm 100% behind
that's
Pat on that.
That's a cool story, bro, if I ever heard.
Yeah, I saw this live, and when, I was half tuned out, and I had to rewind the DVR because we record, and went back and listened. I was like, yeah, I can't say that Pat's in the wrong with this, but it was savage.
It really
I just love that he even prefaced it by saying, why am I even asking you about this? So, he already knew, this was not going to go well. And the poor guy, though, looked so excited to tell this story. I don't even think it was that terrible of a story, but he looked so pumped to share this story and thank these firefighters 30 years later.
Yeah.
And Pat's just like, cool story, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like the next contestant probably has something way more interesting to say.
Yeah, but Pat's getting close to being in his mid-70s. So he's just so he's like, are you serious?
It does not feel like Pat's inner thoughts are just now coming out. He's just like, you know what? I'm not going to bite my cheek anymore. I'm just going to share what I share.
Oh, I love this.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
All right, so Pat Sajak.
So brutal.
On a recent Wheel of Fortune, pretty much told a contestant who told a story about themselves that, dude, your story is the most pointless story ever told. So based on this, we want to know, what is that one random and dumb story about yourself that you love to tell? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is that one random and dumb story about yourself that you love to tell? We got your calls. We got your text after the Smashing Pumpkins on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
When the hot water needs to be hot, when the drain needs to drain, when the toilet needs to flush, you need to do two things. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. On call and there when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Danny, do we have that audio again? Because Salty Pat Sajak, like Steve said, is so fun to hear. And what happened was on Wheel of Fortune, a contestant told a story about himself that Pat Sajak just wasn't having. He just was like, no, this story, no.
Why am I mentioning this? But it's on your card. You had your big toe chopped off. Why are you telling this?
Yeah, it's important to know that when I was 12 years old, I was riding a 10-speed bike with flip-flops, and I fell and completely cut off the top of my toe. And the next car that came by were two paramedics that were on their way to their job, and they said, it's just a laceration, but I didn't know what that was, so it freaked me out even more. And my toe is reattached, and I just want to say thank you to them 30 years later. Thank you.
That may have been the most pointless story ever told.
I mean, great if Vanna White then piled on it as well. Loser!
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, if she spelled it out for him. That would be
yeah. That was the next puzzle.
All of a sudden, the producers just changed the puzzle to be loser story.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah. And the thing is this, the guy said it's important to know. Like, that was how he let it off, which makes it even like, no, it's not important to know about your stupid thing that happened 30 years ago. And that's all you have. That's the only story you have. You're on Wheel of Fortune. The only thing you can tell about yourself is something that happened when you were 30 years ago when you were an idiot on a bike.
Well, for all we know, he's been going years just trying to figure out a way that he can publicly thank those firefighters.
Yeah, he's a
or EMT people, whoever it was.
Yeah, he's a great human being, this guy. I'm with Pat Sajak.
Either that or this guy. Like, this is his bar story.
Yes.
Like, did you know that I lost a toe? And then, like, bets people for drinks, I bet.
See, that's the thing. I feel like I would be stuck in a corner of somebody's house party with this guy, like, by the cupcakes, because that's usually where I am, wherever, like, the snacks are. And then he's just like, you need to know this story. And I'm just like, oh, gosh. And then finally, my wife comes over, and I'm like, can we never come to this party again?
Yeah, because he starts it off. Steve, it's important for you to know.
I don't know if you noticed the way that I walk, but it's important for you to know. Although one texter brought up a good point. You might have to think outside the box with that comment a little bit. He said that the story was pointless. The guy did get the tip of his toe chopped off, making his toe pointless.
Oh, jeez. Well, maybe. You know what? That would be pretty funny if that's the case.
I feel like Pat is capable of being that clever. I don't know if he was in this situation.
Yeah, I don't think he was
more annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pat's, he can be clever and annoyed at the same time. I'll give him that, but he's annoyed.
That's so I want to know, did the guy win? Rev, you watched it.
I don't remember. I literally I do not even remember. I don't think he did, though.
Yeah. He lost by a tip. So anyway, this was the most pointless story ever told, according to Pat Sajak. And we're wondering, hey, what is that one random and dumb story about yourself that you love to tell? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
I do love this one. My pointless story is that I have a friend who's employed as Pearl Jam Santa Claus. He has no idea who the band is. When he was first hired, he called the band Oyster Jelly.
Oyster, that's what he called them, oyster jelly?
Yeah, I don't know. His band is called like Oyster Jelly or something.
That's funny.
What a great gig.
Yeah.
You get Eddie Vedder to sit on your lap every year.
Well, all right. That's not what I was thinking would be great about the gig, but okay, if that's what you want, Santa, go right ahead.
I mean, look, as a guy who has been Santa Claus before, that would be a pretty awesome moment.
To have wait, so you...
To have Eddie Vedder sit on my lap and me say, tell me what you want for Christmas, Mr. Vedder.
Wow. All right.
Or do I say it like
everyone's got their own dreams.
Well, I don't know if it's a dream. I just, it seems like it's just more of a perk of the job.
No. It's a perk of the job. What do? Well, you know what? Like, I get paid and I get to be Santa, but the perk.
What if it was me and then McCready sits on, and we have a fun relationship with Mike. He's become kind of a buddy to the show, and like he didn't realize it was me, and then he sits on my lap, and I pull the beard down for a second, like, Mike, it's me, Steve, and then back.
Yeah, that won't be creepy or weird for Mike at all. And again, these are grown-ass men that you're saying, grown-ass men who are going to be like, you know what I'm going to do? Santa's here. I'm going to sit in his lap. I can't tell you. You would sit on a Santa lap?
Yeah, every year.
I think we have.
My wife's family, like when we have Christmas, they have one of a friend of the family. I've done it before, but then I think his name's LaShawn, who's an awesome dude. And he came for the last couple of years, and he's Santa Claus at the family Christmas, and I sit on his lap.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like that's a kid thing.
And I cry and everything.
Oh, you do? Do you go to the bathroom on his lap? Because that would be the ultimate experience.
Yeah, right. I feel like we need to have him for 3 straight years. So.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
all right. After the third, so the third year is when, okay.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's Santa Claus.
I would. So you guys, everybody, I know we did it when the guy was on the show, but I thought that was for the picture. You guys really want to sit on Santa's lap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
How else is he going to know what you want for Christmas?
Exactly.
Right, and also just it's a fun moment. It's like it makes you feel like a kid again. You get to sit on Santa's lap.
Oh
look, Vicky even found the picture of you sitting on Santa's lap.
Do I look happy?
No, you look miserable.
Exactly. You guys said we got to do this for the picture. I'm like, fine.
You were like the angriest, oldest toddler right there.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of were acting like a child at that point.
Yeah, but I
got to sit on freaking Santa's lap and this. I don't know this guy.
But you look mad. But is that a candy cane in your pocket, or are you just happy to be sitting on?
That actually was a candy cane in my pocket. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I needed something to placate me for sitting on Santa's lap.
You guys are complaining about a guy telling a pointless story on a television game show, considering half the stuff you guys ramble on about Monday through Friday. How is this more pointless? Do you not see the irony? Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, normally
we made
I
a
would
career out of pointless stories.
Yeah, that's us. That's the whole story of this show, really. You're absolutely right. I'm with the texter 100%.
All right, here's a good one.
Yes.
Someone said I creeped out Jay Buhner once at a urinal. I told him I was a big fan. He looked at me and goes, dude, I'm taking a leak.
Oh, nice.
Well, I think he wanted to show him how big of a fan he was. Oh.
I remember that happened once at it was at the Parlor, the comedy club. I can't remember what comedian we went to go see, but I ended up in the bathroom after the show, and I'm in line waiting to use the urinal, and in front of me is Justin Britt from the Seattle Seahawks at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Former offensive lineman. And we were just chatting it up until the moment we hit the urinal, and then it was just like, everything just stopped. I was like, I don't know what, like friends and coworkers, like sometimes you still talk at the urinal, but I'm like, I don't know what his feelings are on this. So I just got awkwardly quiet, and I don't know if he was thinking that too, like, why was this guy talking me up until we got to the urinal, and then he just stopped speaking to me?
I feel like everybody knows that unless you're really good friends, you don't talk while you're doing your business. And then you can resume the conversation. Like basically what happens is then you're at the sink and you go, hey, man, take it easy. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's how I view it. I think you were fine.
By those rules, Danny and I are really good friends.
Yeah. Best friends.
Yeah,
we never stop our conversation.
It's always weird. It's just always weird when people want to talk to you in the bathroom because then especially if they want to meet you, and so it's just like I kind of leave people alone.
They say meet me in the bathroom. Don't ever accept those offers, BJ.
What are you talking about? I mean, I feel like it's harmless. I don't know. I like the docks. He said we can go to the docks. I have no problem.
Oh dear. I think one of my favorite things ever with the bathroom stuff is if BJ is ever in the stalls asking him a question and then immediately leaving.
Oh.
So he's the only one in there talking, and then someone random comes in when he's talking.
My favorite is...
That's a great joke, thank you.
When someone is talking, because BJ's not the only one. Like, there are times where someone's, like, talking to you, and they're still at the urinal, but you're, like, done, hands are washed, and you're like, well, do I wait till they finish the conversation? I do like dipping out as someone else is walking in, and it's like that's it's his problem now.
Trade off. Yeah, you gave the handoff. You tagged out.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's 100% wrestling etiquette.
I was trying to think of a good pointless story, and one that popped into my head. I still think I wish I had the video of this. My friend Chris, that I grew up, one of my best friend growing up in Brooklyn, New York, he got to be on Romper Room. And I don't know if was Romper Room a national show?
Yes, it was.
I can't remember. Okay, so
everybody had a different miss, but yes.
So Romper Room was just a kids show where all these kids hung out, and they just did stupid activities in this room, and then that's all I remember from the show. But they had an episode where they were having all the kids do somersaults in a circle, like they're all just kind of like doing a little front roll, and my buddy Chris peed his pants.
Oh no!
And you can see it as he's rolling. His pants spot, like right in that area, gets darker with each roll. And he's the one who told me, he's like, dude, he's like, you want to see some great video of me when I was a kid and I started peeing my pants? And oh man, it's the funniest video ever. But I don't know if he still has it. I would love it if he did, because that to me should be on YouTube.
Yeah. So is that a pointless story you tell, or you think a pointless story he tells?
Oh, it's a pointless story I'll tell.
Yeah, why not both?
I'm very proud of him for it.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that's a funny story. I mean, to me, that's much better than the Big Toe story.
Well, I don't know. We were trying to prove who's more pointless. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
It's a random dumb story.
However, I like it if he tells it though, because he's got the video that goes with it. Then you got an entertaining story.
He needs to I got to talk. Next time I talk to him, I got to be like, dude, you have to have that on VHS somewhere. You have to get it digitized and put it out there on social media.
Oh, definitely.
It's all in presentation, though, because I feel like if you walked up to a random guy in a bar and were like, hey, let me tell you something about myself, and then you tell that story about your friend who peed himself on a show that no one remembers, he would be like, cool story, bro.
Right.
But if it's like you're friends and you're like, hey, you want to see this when I was a kid, that's a different story.
See, Danny, I'm with you. I think if Steve tells the story, 100% right. It's pointless. But if the dude tells the story and shows the video, that's a great story.
Yeah. What if I tell the story and have the video?
You're a good friend.
Well, I don't know what to say about that you're showing your buddy, little kid, peeing his pants to everybody. I think it's better if it's you, the one that peed your pants.
That is even more pointless because nobody knows who this guy is.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I have a random video of my friend peeing his pants as a kid.
The best part is right now, Vicky's trying to find she's watching old episodes of Romper Room to see if she can find my friend Chris.
Of course Vicky is, because nobody asked her to do it, but this is her mission now.
I'm doing it for myself.
Yes. Well, there's a shocker. Anyway, Steve, I don't know what to think about you. If a random dude says, hey, look what happened to my friend when he was a little kid, I'm not only it's a pointless story, but I'm like, what kind of a douche are you that you're showing videos of your buddy?
Why are you trolling a friend that's not even here?
And he's like a little kid. Well, I'm like, I don't want to be your friend. If anything ever happens to me, you're going to record it and show it to some other moron at a bar.
Look at Chrissy Pissy Pants.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, geez. I mean, if I'm Essie Pants, forget about it. I don't know if that happens. I don't want that.
What a stupid show. Vicky's, I'm watching it. It's
a kid's show. They're all dumb, aren't they?
But all of us were so jealous of Chris that he got to be on it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be on Romper Room. I don't even know how he pulled that off.
Apparently, he said, I have a trick I'm going to do when I roll around, guys. All right, you're in, kid.
You'd probably never get invited back.
You're in.
I would think
you're in,
kid. Thank you. I didn't even know I did that.
Congrats.
Hey, Tom Hanks was just on a podcast hosted by a guy that Tom got fired from an acting role 22 years ago, and the actor confronted Tom about it.
Awesome.
And we got the audio. Oh, yeah, you're going to hear it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you can get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.